Two free picks coming your way for Saturday on the nighttime card. I'm going to take a look at the Tigers-Astros game in Detroit, and then early action, the showdown for first place in the AL East between the Blue Jays and the Orioles in Toronto. Those are coming up in just a moment. But listen, guys, as I mentioned on Friday's video report, I just want to remind you here today that I appreciate your loyalty, because the guys that are playing right now, you guys are the die-hard baseball bettors like me. The guys that don't take off summer, the guys that appreciate baseball, the guys that understand that now is the time that you build your bankroll, you pad your bankroll, so you're playing with somebody else's money come football season. You're not like the gamblers and handicappers that hang up and take off, and head out for vacation right after the Super Bowl, right after March Madness. The guys that scoff at betting baseball, you understand there's money to be made. So consequently, every single year that I've been doing these sites, at the end of July, before the NFL preseason starts, I always try to reward you for your loyalty and for your patronage, because I know what the deal is. I know that the customers who listen, I appreciate all the customers, but I know the guys that have taken off the last 6 months, they're going to start funneling back to the site here, the Hall of Fame game in a week and a half, week 1 of the NFL preseason. By week 3 of the NFL preseason, they're all going to be back because college football is going to start a week later. That's the deal. So here's the thing. Yesterday, I have mentioned here on the site, and I'm repeating once again today, a great deal where you can save $175 on the purchase price of any 60-day package from any handicapper here at the site. And as a bonus, I'll tell customer service to automatically add 2 extra free weeks on me to your package for free. That's my reward to you. It's on my dime. So you save $175 on a 60-day package of a handicapper, 60-day package of your choice, and you get 2 weeks free. And guys, if instant rebates, if they're applicable, they work as well. And again, you get 2 weeks for free. That coupon code is SAVE175. And as I always point out, guys, the package prices today are the same they were yesterday, the same they were last week, the same they were last month. They will be going up when the NFL regular season approaches here at the beginning of September. They will be going up then. They didn't go up yesterday just because I put this coupon up. At the same time, you can also save $125 on the purchase price of any handicapper's 30-day package, and I'll give you 1 free week. Save 125 is that coupon code, SAVE125. You don't have to do anything special. Customer service will see your buy, and they will go in within 24 hours and add an extra free week to your package. But here's the thing. In reflecting upon that type of enticement, that type of offer, it dawned on me on Friday night, yes, 75 to 85% of the customers here at the site are involved in at least one long-term package with a particular handicapper. But what about the other 15 to 25% of the customers out there that jump from one handicapper to another? I really didn't do anything for them. And there are a hell of a lot of you guys out there that like the flexibility to jump from one guy to another. And people always ask me, well, what's the best way to win? Do you ride one handicapper over the long term, or do you cherry pick and do you bandwagon jump? Well, guys, geez, if I could predict that, I'd tell you who's going to win the Powerball drawing, too. There is no rhyme or reason. I think there's a valid choice to be made, and there's certainly good reason to do and follow either strategy. It works, depending really on your preference. And it's no different than being a day trader or picking a mutual fund and just letting it ride. Really, that's how I look at it. But I thought, well, geez, I kind of ignored you guys. So, as you know, each and every Saturday, I give you a money-saving discount coupon that could potentially save you hundreds of dollars off your total purchase price. Don't you love how fast I can say that after all these years? So today, I am going to repeat the coupon that gives you the single highest discount amount for any single purchase of the entire summer. It will be the biggest purchase before the football season starts. The last time I ran it was June 5th. I can't make it higher than that because on June 5th, I promised everybody I would not have a bigger coupon, but I am going to repeat it today. That coupon code is 30%. 30PERCENT. That is a mix and match coupon. It will save you 30% on any mix or match purchase here, any combination of picks or packages of handicappers plays here or packages at the site. The only stipulation is a one-time usage coupon, which means you got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time. And I think that is more beneficial for those of you that like to jump around from handicapper to handicapper, perhaps. Listen, you've got to figure it out yourself. Customer service can perhaps help you as well, but I wanted to give you that option as well. So again, there will not be a bigger coupon offered again before the start of the football season. This match is the biggest one I offered the entire summer, which was back on June 6th. I feel it's only fair that I match that coupon again and cannot go higher, because that would certainly make me go back on my word if I went any higher than I did back in June. And that is available to you as well. And all your other discounts, all your other coupons, etc., are over on the homepage. And again, I appreciate your loyalty, I appreciate your patronage, and I appreciate the fact that you love baseball as much as I do. Listen, it's a damn long season, and they call it the dog days of summer when you're gambling as well, because you've got to have, you got to have the patience to put up with gambling week after week. And I think it's even harder after the All-Star break, because you get that 4-day summer siesta, and then it's like your mind, you back out of it, and suddenly you got to get back into the swing of things. And it takes a few days, but you get back into it and you realize, listen, I understand just like the rest of you. And 4 weeks from now, you ain't going to give a damn about baseball, because it's going to be all college football, and then it's going to be all NFL. So let's enjoy it and run out the last 4 weeks of the season and make some more money. As for your complimentary plays, let's run them in reverse chronological order. I dare you to say that 3 times quickly. I'm going to go with the Tigers at home tonight, minus $1.35 to $1.40 over the Astros. You know, early in the season, I had said that Justin Verlander was one of those pitchers who was a former power pitcher who simply was unable to successfully make the conversion as he lost some miles per hour off his fastball. What a dumbass statement that was. Well, his next start, in fact, the day that I said that, his next start, he was brilliant. And since then, he's pitched great. And since then, boy, have I been jumping on the Justin Verlander bandwagon. Now, I like the game today more than this one, but this would be my second favorite pick of the day. I got to tell you something. If I didn't have the other best bet, this would be my 15-dime best bet today. So if I had 1A and 1B, this would be 1B. I like him tonight at home. He's had a great month, a 1.60 earned run average in the month of July. He's just coming off a very good outing at Boston in his last start. He's never lost in 6 career starts against the Astros, and he has an earned run average just a tick over 2 runs a game in those outings. Beat them earlier this season, I believe. The Astros, they're not playing great ball right now. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games. And listen, Tigers are on a 22-10 run at home, and they've won 4 straight. The first 3 of those games were when they swept the Red Sox at Fenway earlier in this week, and then they took last night's opener. They fell down by a couple of runs early, and then they got out the bats, smacked 3 homers, I think it was, and then they rolled in that game easily last night. I'm going to go with them in this spot and take the Tigers against the Astros and Mike Fiers, who, matter of fact, I just took him at home as a 15-dime best bet on Sunday when the Astros had lost 2 in a row, the first 2 games at home to the Angels. And I'm sorry, did they lose those first 2 games? Jesus, isn't that funny? I can't remember. But anyway, I just took him at home on Sunday, and he was pitching against Tim Lincecum, and it was a 13-3 win for the Astros. But he had not pitched well in his 2 or 3 starts before then. And that one was at Minute Maid Park. On the road this year, he has not pitched well at all. His earned run average on the road is near 7 runs a game. So again, I'm going to take the Tigers in this one. And I got to be honest, I'm really surprised that the Tigers are not a prohibitive favorite high enough that would necessitate a run line play in that game. Now, a game that you are going to have to play on the run line is going to be Toronto. And Toronto laying the 1 and 1.5 runs is going to be a 110 to 115 underdog at home against Baltimore. I don't give a damn that Yovani Gallardo has never lost to the Toronto Blue Jays, because Yovani Gallardo was not the pitcher he was years ago. Hell, he's not even the pitcher he was last year for the Texas Rangers. He's got an earned run average of 6.94 in 7 road starts this season. And in those 7 road starts, teams are hitting .305 against them, 61 base runners. and 35 innings on the road this season. 61 base runners, 35 innings? Yeah. And listen, not only has he given up 43 hits and walked 18 batters, he's only struck out 23 guys. That's why opponents are batting .305 against him. Meanwhile, on the other hand, you've got J.A. Happ. There are certain guys in baseball that get all the offensive support. Last year it was Drew Hutchinson, ironically, for the Blue Jays. This year it's J.A. Happ. Listen, the Blue Jays are 9-1 in his 10 home starts this season. Now, he's personally 8-1 in them, and his earned run average is 3.22. He's 3-0 in 4 July starts. His earned run average in those 4 July starts, 1.48. And in those 10 home starts, of which the Blue Jays have won 9 of them, they have scored 75. I'm sorry, back up. They have won his last 8 starts, 75 runs scored. They've won all those games by at least 2-run margins as well. That makes them a nice run line option here. I got to go with them. Listen, the Blue Jays pulled within a half game of the Orioles by winning last night. The Orioles suddenly in a tailspin. They have been rolling along with the Major League's best record at home. Then they lost Saturday and Sunday at home against Colorado. They lost that makeup game where they had to fly to Minnesota on Monday, on Thursday, which was scheduled to be a day off. They lost that one. Had the Twins that night. And then, of course, they lost last night's opener as well, 6-5. So first place is definitely on the line here. And listen, for as good as the Orioles have been on the road or at home, they have not been good on the road. 21-28 on the road. They have now lost 11 of their last 16 outside of Baltimore. They are 1-4 this season at Toronto. And guys, I'm doing this by memory. I'm sure that I got the J.A. Happ numbers wrong. In terms of his pitching performance, in terms of the number of runs they've scored, and the margin of victory of 2 runs or more for them in his most recent winning starts. I believe what it is that in his 10 home starts this season, the Blue Jays are 9-1. And those 9 home wins, that's where they've scored 75 runs. And in those 9 home wins, they have all been by 2 runs or more. So that is where he is such a wonderful option as a run line play, because he's one of those guys that gets a lot of offensive support. So Toronto on the run line early. The Detroit Tigers, a surprisingly money line play, since you don't have to play them on the run line late. Those are going to be your 2 free selections. I wish you well, guys, and I'll talk to you again on Sunday when we do this one more time.